This goes back to some of the work that I was doing studying Neruda, Pablo Neruda, who was the ambassador, actually an ambassador in Chile. In other cultures, in other cultures, poets and artists are considered viable candidates for political office, which, considering the best we've ever been able to manage is a song and dance man.
But Librarian of Congress, yeah.
What I imagine, the copper bridle of your arms, dark garnet reflected in the florid blossom of your mouth, whose urgency is much like feeding. You are the mango, dulce y morena, whose juice I await with unsheathed gentleness and wanting. Skies grow wild with volcanic passion. We are the smells of cinnamon and iron, the tastes of boiled grapes and silver. Inside me is an avalanche, my tongue a boulder, leaving signatures of gravel across your arched belly. The sight of you melts my eyes like yellow cheese ladled over calabezas chilenas. Frightening moments, orgasms of night, minor holocausts stir within me. Beginnings pour out into endings, where you are the hint of the promise of courage to withstand every scraping pain, and the insult of salt for your wound, for mine. Healing begins in our closest parts, traveling to the extremities on the rickety public transportation of blood, powered by each nerve in turn calling out each to our coy, blind sex that created you like an impeccably tailored suit wrapped around me, or a layer of honey and cane syrup in which I drown, sinking beneath a trail of gliding bubbles that burst with your name. Thank you. Many of these are pieces from this chapbook, which is my sort of Valentine's volume.
That was your poem, sir?
Pardon?
That was your poem? Oh,
This one that I just read, yes. All the last, like, 6 of them or so. Ever since that first Neruda poem, I wrote the rest of them. Oh. Denouement. I had to catch my breath. Disappointment is a slow-moving train that scrapes down a gravel-strewn track through the notoriously unstable landscape of the sleeve-worn heart. In the kitchen, oil heats slowly in a heavy cast-iron pan. In the hearth, wood becomes ash and impetuous color. But fire does not exist to cook or warm our fragile bones. It is the central alchemy of life. We compel it to our bidding, rein in and give direction to the incandescent wonder expressed in flame. We do not always succeed. All things are never equal. Loss is not winning. Empty is not full. Passion is not apathy. Embers are not fire. This beach betrays no pair of footprints. The arc of sand travels an hourglass path, recording on the infinite parchment of light brief moments of grace and goodness, when we were flawless counterparts gleaming in each other's eyes. It's poetry, you don't have to clap every time. Shy. I want to kiss you, to taste the uncertain closeness that rhymes with the smell of your hair. To take in my shivery way an irreparable step toward the phosphorescence of your glance. Urgency pushes at the inside of my skin, making the sound of a small cat pacing. This is an invitation, a threat, a gift, an unexpected horizon, an act of immense finality, and nothing. Your thin hands, manicured nails, brush my skin with an invisible dust of electricity that settles beneath the surface with the sweetness of a cane field. Trade winds soothing the sun's high stare, cinnamon and mangoes glow in your eyes. I want to see you run without shoes, in rain warm as coming home to friends.
Wow, that was nice.
First poem. This may be taken from me. You may be taken from me. My time and circumstance. The swirling irony of fate and choice. You have so entered my heart, like the flow of blood and oxygen, without fanfare or prerequisite. Natural as a breath and light, but like air and water, blood and faith, subject to vagaries. The Brownian motion of particles that comes complete with a half-century or more of history and directions picked without regard for who we'd be in these eyes, in this moment. This may never have been mine, as life is never really owned, but lived watching the horizon bear down on us even as we come together and swear on butterfly kisses to be true.